Hey guys, it's been a while again. I've been more interested in doing live streams and whatnot. Plus I've been holding off because of something personal happening in real life. But we're back for right now, and in this podcast we're gonna be talking about Duke's top 20 favorite things about the two-disc Finding Nemo DVD. Now, I don't think this is in any particular order. I think he's just gonna pick random things he likes about it, and yeah.
Yeah, this should be interesting considering we had done a lot of podcasts related to Finding Nemo and so on. Yeah. Uh, First of all, I will for number one, it would be that um, for someone who used to own the 2012/2013 DVD, I that was the only DVD I owned for a little while back in my time. But nowadays, it's I did not know it was actually released for the second time because, it is 2013 after all, and all that. Now, I can't say I hate the 2013 release because they're considering it was released on Blu-ray for the first time since because to coincide that Finding Nemo was released in 3D theaters in 2012 for a limited time, and all of that. It's to make the long story short, 2013 DVD was okay, but it just really can't seem to compare with 2003 because considering 2003 was the year the movie was released at the time and all that. And of course this is like before and of course the difference with 2013 is that it has the Disney's fast play system and it has a lack of bonus features compared to what we have originally back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, man. Like the two-disc 2003 DVD will always be the best Finding Nemo DVD to ever exist.
Exactly. I mean, it like number two brings us to the menu screen. While 2013 is relaxing and soothing because of the background music, it still just can't seem to catch the. It just can't seem to catch the remedy of what it is like. It just really can't. Because what you get in disc one is an introduction from the original voice talent of Albert Brooks and Ellen DeGeneres. 2013 is just ambience.
Yeah.
Number three brings us to for anyone who has owned Finding Nemo for a long time, the 2-disc DVD, it gives you two options. Disc number one brings you to widescreen. You can watch the film in a widescreen format. And disc two just brings you to watching the movie again, but this time in full frame. And I just think that's actually like a very interesting idea because it's like you don't have to necessarily spend like at least $20 buying Finding Nemo if it was only released in full frame format, and then you just get disc two bonus features, and disc one or the other version just is widescreen and all that. Like Monsters Inc., for example, had the widescreen and full frame format all in one disc. Just think of that. Or the 2000 releases of Toy Story 2, for example. That's something I really do wish that they could have just really could have done nowadays, but nowadays they're just still back and they're just doing widescreen format or release it format. And well, disc number 2 brings us to something that's you don't usually see in disc 1. Some people may be questioning, why aren't the previews in disc number 1? They're actually in number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, we get a lot of interesting previews for disc number 2. We get like the next preview for Disney Pixar's upcoming film, even though it's already out, The Incredibles, which is a very hysterical and hilarious teaser next to Monsters Inc. or Finding Nemo. But and let's just say that to this day, the trailer had everyone in stitches because of how funny it is.
Yeah.
Number 2 brings us to a Disney animated film that, unfortunately, like most Disney 2D hand-drawn animated features, unfortunately was a box office failure. Treasure Planet and Atlantis. The third being Home on a Range, which is, I don't know. I can't say it's a box office failure, but it's not like you're seeing like the worst Disney film ever or anything.
I mean, I think Home on the Range is underrated. Same thing with The Wild.
Yep. I was about to say The Wild is definitely underrated indeed. Though I just can't see the difference of why people hates it more than people just hates it and just saying it's a copy of Madagascar. It's like Madagascar because it has the same plot, but unlike Madagascar, you get tons of differences.
Yeah.
And the next trailer you also get is, well, not exactly The Lion King 3. I mean, most internet regions just call it 3. But here in the US, it's just called 1.5. And if people do not know what 1.5 is, it's basically a movie that's set between the events of the very first Lion King. So I was like, okay, you're going to do 1.5? Like, you're not going to do 3? Interesting. I mean, I don't think the Lion Guard TV series consider as number 3, but yeah. I mean, we get a fourth wall break for during the trailer of 1.5, so I guess it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And the last one is the preview for The Santa Claus 2, starring Tim Allen, who people may know him as Buzz Lightyear from the Toy Story franchise, and the upcoming 5th one. But well, I still think the trailer is interesting. I mean, it's been a while since I kind of remember seeing the Santa Claus films, like between the third one or the first one. But it's such a shame that Disney just stopped doing Santa Claus films because they just had to think of like what other films that could be quote unquote successful. But for most films, some films might, some films probably don't. And
Of
so
course,
next up,
of course, there were two other sneak peeks, but they're not, before the film. They're in the sneak peeks menu.
yeah, I was about to get to that, but yeah, so number 1 was basically why I like the 2003 more than 2013. Number 2 brings us to previews, and now number 3 brings you to the menu screens. Now, people always may be questioning, don't we all miss those days on when studios had the time to do animated sequences of menu screens? Think of it this way. We had, for example, McQueen racing around the track in Cars. Or Independence Day, we see the White House. Or we see the Monster House showing, well, the Monster House. Disc number 1, as you can tell from the artwork showing Marlin and Nemo, basically takes place in the coral reef. And you get a very hilarious voiceover from Albert Brooks and Ellen DeGeneres, the original voices of Marlin and Dory. They just basically just tell you like what you can do throughout the film. And Dory's just being Dory.
Yeah.
And if you just don't do anything, they're just going to keep on repeating repeating on the same introduction over and over and over again. Which, I mean, it's kind of odd. I mean, you could have just only hear it once, and then you just hear just background music, and that's it.
Right.
Introductions. Number 4. We got a lot of we get 2 different introductions. One for full screen, the other widescreen format. And we are introduced to Lee Unkrich, the director of Toy Story 3 and Coco. And of course, Andrew Stanton, the director of Finding Nemo, who is also the director of WALL-E and, well, I think that's it. But he's also going to direct Toy Story 5, which is, I really don't know how that's going to work out. But basically, they basically introduce the viewers and explain to us what are the bonus features of this movie is going to be. And disc number 2, for some reason, Lee Unkrich is a fan of Mary Poppins, even though, okay. But anyway, yeah, so introductions, they're very, I don't know, they're kind of funny. They're just, I mean, disc number 2 was kind of funny, but disc number 1, when they pulled John Lasseter in, I was like, oh my. Disc number 2 brings us to, it starts off with a very unsettling transition at first. Like you're just being entered, or you're just being splashed into the aquarium. But after 2 seconds, you get a 360 view of what the aquarium looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And disc number 2, as you can tell, you can see Nemo and the Tank Gang swimming around. That does feel like an actual aquarium. And there's a feature related to that, which you may see on disc number 2 or disc number 1 too. Is that if you click on the fish icon, which for what Andrew and Lee explained in the intros, if you click on it, the HUD and the text disappears, and it will just be an actual virtual aquarium. Which I will say, I think that's a nice little touch from Pixar. If only 2013 could have showcased that, because 2013 only gives you only one virtual aquarium, but 2003. If anyone who does not own 2003, you're missing out, because there is more than 2 virtual aquariums. Because there's a lot. Like basically showcasing all the sceneries throughout the movie. For example, we get the coral reef, we get the drop off, we get the aquarium, we get the aquarium in both day and night, and school of fish, and many more. bonus features. Now, there's something about the bonus features I do kind of liked about the first one. Well, as someone who's never really got around to bonus features as a kid, I've had several DVDs. Sometimes I go through bonus features, sometimes I don't. But for Finding Nemo, they do have a lot in store. First off, you get the filmmaker's commentary for disc number 1, and you get an art gallery. The filmmaker's commentary is like, no, sorry, filmmaker's commentary. I meant the visual commentary. Visual commentary is basically you're basically going to watch. You can either watch You can either watch the movie with the visual commentary, or you can see what the behind the scenes of the visual commentary of the film. And the last thing that we get at the end of the visual commentary is a very touching tribute to Ralph Eggleston. No, wait, sorry. I meant Glenn McQueen.
Yeah, Ralph Eggleston was still alive at the time. Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah, it's just very sad, honestly.
We can't forget about the making of documentary.
Yep. So we get a lot of So yeah, we get the visual commentary. Making Nemo, of course. And the art review basically goes through like all the illustrations. All the illustrations by illustrations / concept art. And you get the character you also get the characters featuring voice clips from the original voice talent, with the exception of the Barracuda, who just makes noises.
Yeah, and the anglerfish.
And environments just basically go through sketches of the film, of what you've seen in the movie. It's like a slideshow. It's like a slideshow on a DVD. So environments go through all the illustrations from reef, ocean to harbor. And then they show all the illustrations. Well, I've said illustrations. They show all the illustrations by Ralph Eggleston. And the color script. Well, that is the color script. Never mind. Oh, it is the color script. Never mind.
Are you reading the DVD Daisy again?
No, I'm not. I'm just going through the overview.
Oh, okay.
Now back to what I was saying about the illustrations. No, wait. The DVD menu screens. You get a lot of interesting, fun-looking menu screens. Or transitions as well, and the sequences. Well, once you select the scene selection, you get voiceover from the late Barry Humphries. Now, this is something you don't hear every day. You don't hear characters going through. you don't hear characters talking about which scenes you're going to be in the movie. But in Finding Nemo, you get Bruce, of course. Now, I know Sharks is the one he likes to watch, but don't mind Bruce. Make your own decision until he makes the sound of his teeth.
Yeah.
And
Oh, sorry.
and there's the East, and of course we can't. We're gonna save the last one for. We're gonna save the best one for last. We get the THX optimizer in the setup, which we don't. I don't usually do THX optimizer tests, but I do for most. I think Finding Nemo feels like it is the first time I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of menu sequences, we get the school of fish swimming right at you. And then we are introduced to everyone's favorite mascot robot, Tex the robot.
Yeah.
At least you're grateful you're introduced to Tex rather than showcasing the Broadway logo of THX or the digitally mastered THX logo. But one of those two. But they're the same. Doesn't matter. But like I said, at least you have Tex to keep you company, thankfully.
Yeah. Of course, these discs carry some very interesting Easter eggs.
Yes, we can't forget the Easter eggs. You get a lot of Easter eggs throughout the film. You get Easter eggs throughout the no, not exactly throughout the film. You get Easter eggs in the menu screen. Once you see a green fish icon, you can either get like an Easter egg showcasing you can either get an Easter egg that shows Dory being Dory, or you can get Easter eggs of Bruce doing the voiceover. Like we have Bruce's oath, we have the insult, which are two of the Easter eggs from Bruce himself. And we also get a very funny Easter egg of Dory tickling Bruce, though I can't recall if sharks are actually ticklish in real life. But again, this is a Pixar film, so you get a lot of laws of physics and cartoon logic going on.
Yeah. I mean, come on, the post-credits scene is unrealistic. Like,
yeah, the post credits is unrealistic indeed. Like you don't have a big mouth to eat a bigger fish. It's like, okay. I mean, it's not like someone could actually have a bigger mouth to eat a lot of seafood like that. I doubt that.
oh boy.
And there's one Easter egg I really cannot forget. There's Dory saying, "Look at all the people," before Marlin decided to drag her out. And well, I think that's it for all the Easter disc 1. But there's also one thing we can't forget. The bonus features transition is actually really interesting too, because you don't just hear Marlin and Dory, you actually hear Mr. Ray, voiced by Bob Peterson himself. And again, just like the menu screen for disc 1, if you don't do anything, you're just gonna hear voiceover go on and on and on and on and on until you pick an option.
Yeah.
And the last Easter egg I can't forget before the THX optimizer is the life lesson from, once again, Bruce. Of course.
These Easter eggs are funny.
Yeah, these Easter eggs are funny. If only Pixar nowadays can do something like that. Oh, wait, they probably can. Thanks a lot, streaming services.
Yeah. There's a lot of streaming services.
Ugh.
Disc 2, again, you get the intro. You get the same menu screen. You get different menu screens. The introduction of Disc 2 showcases once again. Maybe I should go into a little further. Andrew Stanton and Leon Critch introduces to us that about the full frame of Finding Nemo, showcasing the same features, with the exception of the fact that they mentioned that instead of chopping the movie into like to make chopping the image to make the movie fit, they extended it to full frame, like what they do with Toy Story 2 and Monsters Inc. and Cars and The Incredibles and Bugs Life too.
Yeah.
And this time they talk about the exploring the reef, the real life fish of the characters from the movie, a fish charades game, a story time, and again they're explaining about how the fish icon works, and the hilarious hysterical way that close off the introduction is sit back and enjoy the disc 2 of Mary Poppins. Wrong movie, Lee. Okay, not gonna lie. I already like, as much as I like that intro, I just like, okay, this is better than 2013. This is already good. For the play movie sequence, the aquarium just went from day to night, which is not as unsettling as the school of fish swimming right towards you.
Right.
And once again, we are introduced to Tex the robot fixing the logo.
Yeah.
Now, you may have seen this in Toy Story or A Bug's Life or even Cars DVDs or the special edition of Toy Story 2. There's an itsy bitsy little detail that you kind of missed. They added a little bit of an extra scene where Tex went to use some kind of saw until something hit his head. And that's something you don't hear every day.
Right. Bing, ow!
And the movie has the same. You get the same opening, the same movie, except you're in the full format. Now the difference of bonus features, because that this is set in the aquarium, you get a unexpected transition sequence for the bonus features. When you enter the dentist's office, you hear Darla. It's like, where did she come from? And then we see a pelican crashing to the window, just like what we see in the film. Only this time, we don't see a patient screaming in pain when his teeth got pulled out.
And instead, we just see Darla laughing.
Yep. Bonus features. Exploring the Reef is supposed to be a documentary by Jean Mitchell Costu. It's supposed to be I don't think it's like a National Geographic type of documentary. Only that, unfortunately for Gene, he got interrupted by Marlin, Nemo, and Dory, who are all played by the original voice talent. Gene just really can't catch a break in this one.
He really can't.
Now, this is something you don't see in National Geography. The next bonus features you get is, oh boy, Knick-Knack, But before I say oops, I want to point out that it's the remastered version with a few age-appropriate fixes done by the director of Toy Story and A Bug's Life himself, John Lasseter.
Yeah.
At least you won't hear people saying "awooga" this time, or else the kids will be traumatized by that.
Yeah.
Now, what can I say about Knick Knack? It's a very funny-looking short. It feels like you're seeing something straight out of a Wile E. Coyote short, or any cartoon from Warner Bros. Or Hanna-Barbera, or Tom and Jerry. And the attempts that a snowman had trying to get out of a glass snow globe were not so successful.
Yeah,
Example, when he was using a jackhammer, which, thanks to laws of physics, it's an underwater, his face starts to lose his face.
Yeah.
And when he tried to get the TNT detonated, the snow globe is so strong.
Yeah.
As the snow globe fell off the shelf, there is an emergency exit. Well, that would have been nice to hear from the short 2 minutes ago. Thanks, Pixar. The snow globe, or the snowman, arrived at a very interesting looking fishbowl. He was about to come across another knick-knack, only till once again he got trapped in a snow globe.
Yeah.
It never ends.
It never ends. An interesting thing about this short film, we get an optional audio commentary from John Lasseter and Eben Osby.
Yep. And because that this is also a remastered version, you get a little intro saying, in 1989, 6 years before Toy Story released in 95, which is 30 years today, Pixar made this short film. At least you're grateful well, for people who own the VHS of Finding Nemo, at least you're grateful you're seeing this after the THX Broadway logo.
Yeah.
But here in the DVD, we're thankful that, at least here in the DVD, we're thankful that we have text keeping us company.
Yeah.
Now back to disc 2. Now back to the short, well, the DVD. We get Mr. Ray's Encyclopedia, which, well, no, wait. The first thing we're going to showcase is the Easter eggs. In disc number 2, we get the very first Easter egg, which is one of the objects that one of the fishes cursed out, the Aqua Scum 2003. Curse you, Aqua Scum! Well, at least you're grateful you don't see that type of dangerous filter in real life at all. Because why would we need a laser? Why would we need some kind of laser beam?
Yeah, that'll be dangerous.
Yeah, at least Pixar is kind of grateful. At least Pixar shows some sympathy that they're not that Aqua Scum isn't a thing.
Right.
Easter egg number 2 is once you select Mr. Ray's Encyclopedia, you are introduced to Dory yet again. This time, we think we're mammals. Okay. And of course, Mr. Ray just showcased all the characters from the movie. in real life, or how they work. We get a fish charades game with an option of either 1 or 2 players. Well, if you've seen fish charade, if you know what happened in the movie, you know how fish charades worked. It's like charades, except you add the word fish in there and replace charades in there.
Yeah.
And the next one we have is Nemo Goes to School, with an option on you can either watch it or you can either read the story by yourself or just read along. Personally, I think read along is actually a good option because I think read to yourself is just absolute silence.
Yeah.
At first, for story time, it's like, okay, oh wait, we're getting the movie retold in a children's storybook. But wait, never mind. Nemo Goes to School is in there. Nemo Goes to School is in there. Oh, I think you're head for Scholastic or Little Golden Book or whoever made this story. I see what you're doing here to me, Pixar, but don't worry, we're still on the same level. Number 8 brings us to behind the scenes once again. But instead of the visual commentary, we are introduced to Alexander Gould, the voice of Nemo, and also the voice of Bambi in Bambi 2, where he is offered a studio tour of how the movie is made. Well, which is shown behind the scenes, of course. And behind when you select behind the scenes, before you select publicity or character interviews, you get pictures of the team.
Oh gosh.
Eerie, I know. But there's also an option. We get a character interview with Angus MacLane, aka the director of Lightyear, which I think is kind of mid, honestly, interviewing Nemo, Marlin, and Dory, and who has original voice talent. And I don't know if I could recall Bruce is actually played by Barry Humphries in the interview. I think he is. I don't know. And in the character interview, Bruce just broke the camera.
Yeah, he did.
First, we had SpongeBob knocking over the cameraman and no free rides. And now we have Bruce. Now what's next? And after the studio tour and interviews, you get another option of publicity, like I said. But before that, you get an Easter egg. The last Easter egg showing that Dory is quote-unquote trapped. The publicity showcases all of the trailers. Well, not exactly, but four of the trailers. One is the teaser, and then the first 3. People may recognize the teaser from the Monsters, Inc. DVD and VHS, which kind of ends kind of funny to me in my eyes.
Yeah.
And after the trailers, we get 3 fishy facts, which you also may see in the 2003 DVD of A Bug's Life.
Which, a little bit of a fun fact, I have lost my hatred on.
Oh boy. here comes people probably gonna go insane for that one. But anyway, jokes aside,
Yeah.
Fishy Facts just showcase only Bruce and Crush and Nigel. And there's no TV spots. Well, I mean, Fishy Facts do kind of count as TV spots, but still.
Right.
And the last thing we get, which I wish that the 2013 DVD of Finding Nemo would have, or even the Cars DVD, is the print gallery, where you are presented to all the posters that that was published before Finding Nemo was released to the public. And you even get some pictures of like either some lobby cards, like you can either get not only get posters, but you also get lobby cards, or even if you see those like rectangular pictures, those are actually I think those are meant somehow are they I think they're supposed to represent that they fit for a billboard, which I always thought what it would be like if I was in 2003. But anyway. But yes, we get posters, we get billboards, we get lobby cars, and then we also get bus shelters, which are basically posters of what you may see in the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing we get is the virtual aquariums and the THX optimizer, which we'll get to later. But the last thing we are gonna, if you select scene selection, you get another character doing the voiceover, but this time it's Crush, voiced by Andrew Stanton. And sneak peeks, they're basically the same, with the exception of two. For the special editions of Pocahontas, Alice in Wonderland, and Lilo and Stitch. And we got the second to last preview, which I don't think counts as Walt Disney Pictures release, Spy Kids 3.
Like, what is Spy Kid? What is a Spy Kids freaking trailer doing on a Pixar and Disney DVD?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I've seen another Lilo and Stitch. No, wait, sorry. A Spy Kids trailer that was also in the Disney VHS, and that was the Lilo and Stitch for Spy Kids 2: The Island of Lost Dreams. The Dimension. Do you not know that Spy Kids is not by Walt Disney Pictures? They got to promote it somehow.
I mean, the Spy Kids films are great. Well, the original three anyway. We don't talk about the fourth film here.
I never seen a fourth one. I probably never might, but yeah. And I see why Spy Kids is called 3D rather than just number 3. Because it's in 3D.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. But of course, we're not done just yet. We have the setup screen with Tiki heads staring at you menacingly. But jokes aside, we get a virtual aquarium. And once again, we got THX Optimizer, which again, I never really used until now.
Right.
2013, you really wished that you were a good release, but you're just a reprint.
Right. Okay. Oh boy. Remember when we would make jokes about how Tex would quote unquote betray us?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes, I know that. Example would be when the when you thought he's here to keep you company, only to hear that he made the anglerfish, the whale, and Darla sound louder.
Yeah. I'm both disc as well.
No. Oh, jeez, I knew that. I never knew that was coming.
I mean, come on. There are horror film references in this film.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Reference to The Shining, a reference to The Birds, and a reference to Psycho.
Yep, exactly.
Ah.
But yeah, 2003, what can I say? I don't usually go for like, I mean, back in my time, I had a lot of old releases as a kid, but now probably still do. I went from having the 2010 DVD of Toy Story 2 to now having the 2005 release because you just can't seem to beat the original.
Yeah.
You get a lot of let me put it this way. 2013 or 2025 releases, you get a lack of bonus features, you get a lack of commentary, you get a lack of features, you don't get any DVD games. You just don't get any of the menu screens or animated menu transitions that a lot of studios like Pixar or Fox or Warner Bros had a lot of effort to put in. But if you don't have the original 2003 release, then this is definitely worth it for you.
Yeah. Sid, what are you doing? Go to your room. He was doing something that I'm not going to say on here
Now,
over the original Knick-Knack short.
yeah, I really don't want to know about that.
What can we say except a certain O word?
Yeah, but otherwise, that's probably it for Finding Nemo. But like I said, definitely worth getting. Way better than 2013.
Yeah, I mean, even the actual casing itself is fun.
Yeah, indeed. 2013 was just meh. I don't hate it, but yeah, 2003 is better.
I mean, like the front cover alone is just nostalgic to me.
Yeah, the front cover alone is definitely nostalgic. I can't say I hate anything about the 2013 release, but the thing I like about the 2013 is the Blu-ray, the front cover for the 3D release. Like that's just basically you get like the theatrical poster of Finding Nemo in a 3D lenticular slipcase. 2003, what can I say? Nothing just beats the original. Not even Disney Plus, unfortunately.
I mean, you're in for a great film when the bottom of the front cover literally says a quote from Joel what's his last name? Seagull.
Yeah, Joel Siegel, I believe it was.
from Good Morning America, saying one of the year's best films.
And indeed it is. For anyone who has seen Finding Nemo in 2003, or even Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. But again, Finding Nemo, this one is definitely for you. If you don't, but like I said, if you don't have the 2013, if you don't have the 2003 release, but if you have the 2013 release, I'd say you probably switched it. You probably like upgrade, quote unquote, upgrade your 2013 DVD and replace it and get the 2003 one. Because, like I said, you get a lot of bonus features. You get a lot of fun things. You get even though it's in 5.1 surround sound, but you.
I think he left by accident. I think he left by accident. He's back.
Oh. Well, what I meant to say before I got cut off is you not only get the bonus features, but you not only get like all the bonus features, but you also get an option for full screen or widescreen format. And you don't so that means you don't necessarily have to get this movie in like widescreen or format separately, or just spending like $25 or $20 getting it. And I think that's probably it. I really don't know much to say, but again, if you don't have 2003, definitely worth getting.
Yeah.
Like, just don't bother getting 2013. 2013 just misses out on a lot of bonus features. Or not to mention, you just get a lack of... The menu screen is just...
Yeah, anyway, I do have a suggestion for everyone who ends up owning the 2003 DVD. Please make sure that before you even think about putting disc 1 in, if you feel like watching both discs and if you feel like playing with both discs on the same day, before you put disc 1 in, please, I beg you, take a look at the inserts. Because the inserts are fun to read. And I don't even really like reading books, but those DVD inserts are amazing. They're fun. That's what I meant.
Yep.
Those and the various advertisements we always end up getting. In this case, it's for the Ocean Adventure sweepstakes.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think exists anymore, sadly. Anyway, we're done. Now that we're done talking about the Finding Nemo DVD, I'm gonna end this podcast off here, and immediately after I end this, I'm gonna go live. Yeah. So I will see you all. I'm actually gonna post this video after my live stream, so I will actually see you all on the live stream first, and then you'll be seeing me again when I post this podcast. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know when the next time we're doing a podcast is gonna happen. Maybe we can talk about the Ice Age DVD. I'll just need to get it first. But yeah, so I guess I can play with it. But aside from that, yeah, everything's done. We'll see you all next time. Peace out, guys. And I'm going live.